everyone. Welcome back to Chill English Channel. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Today, we're talking about something simple but powerful. Don't waste your time.
That sounds serious already.
Maybe a little, but don't worry. We're not here to make you feel guilty.
Yes, this is Chill English Channel. We stay calm.
Exactly. We just want to think together.
So let me ask you something, Sophia. Have you ever finished a day and thought, what did I do today?
Oh yes, many times. I wake up, I check my phone for 5 minutes.
Only 5 minutes?
That's what I tell myself, but 5 minutes becomes 20.
Then you watch one video.
Then another one.
Then you read comments.
And suddenly it's afternoon.
And you think, where did my time go?
Time is strange. When we are waiting, it feels slow.
But when we are wasting it, it moves very fast.
So what does it mean to waste time?
Good question. I think many people believe wasting time means relaxing.
Yes, some people feel guilty when they rest.
But rest is not wasting time.
No, rest is necessary. If you work all day and then watch one episode of a show and feel relaxed, that's healthy.
But if you watch 6 episodes and feel tired and unhappy after, that's different.
Exactly. I think wasting time is when you use your time in a way that gives you nothing back.
Nothing back?
No energy, no joy, no learning, no connection.
So the activity is not always the problem.
Right. It's about how you feel after.
For example, if you spend 30 minutes practicing English and you feel proud, that's a good use of time.
Yes, even if it's difficult, you grow. But if you spend 30 minutes worrying about something you cannot change,
That might be wasting time.
worrying is a big one.
Very big. Sometimes we waste hours thinking about the past.
Or imagining problems in the future.
And during that time, nothing changes.
Time keeps moving.
Always. It never stops for us.
Here's something interesting. Sometimes we don't waste time by doing nothing.
We waste time by being afraid.
Afraid to start something new.
Afraid to speak English in public.
Afraid to apply for a job.
Afraid to send a message.
And while we are afraid, days pass, weeks pass, years pass.
I once wanted to start learning Spanish.
Really? Yes. I told myself, I'll start next month.
Classic.
Next month became next year.
What stopped you?
I thought I was too busy, but honestly, I was just afraid to be a beginner.
The fear of being bad at something.
Exactly. I didn't want to feel uncomfortable.
That's very human. We all want to feel good and confident.
But when we avoid discomfort, we often waste time.
Because growth usually feels uncomfortable at first.
Yes, when you start exercising, your body hurts.
When you start speaking a new language, your brain hurts.
But that pain is a sign of progress.
So maybe wasting time is choosing comfort again and again, even when it doesn't help us grow.
That's a strong idea.
Let's make it simple. If you do something and later you feel empty, tired, or disappointed, maybe that was wasted time.
But if you feel calm, stronger, or happier, that time was probably well used.
Even small things matter.
Yes, people think they need big changes.
Like waking up at 5 in the morning, running 10 kilometers, reading 3 books a week.
That sounds exhausting.
Very exhausting.
But what if you just change 15 minutes a day?
15 minutes sounds easy.
It is. 15 minutes of reading.
15 minutes of practicing English.
15 minutes of planning your goals.
If you waste 15 minutes every day, that becomes many hours in 1 year.
But if you invest 15 minutes every day, that also becomes many hours.
The difference is the result.
Time is like money.
Interesting.
If you spend money on things you don't need, you feel regret.
But if you invest money wisely, it grows.
Time is the same.
The problem is that we cannot earn more time.
Exactly. We can earn more money, but we cannot earn more hours in a day.
Everyone has 24 hours.
A student, a doctor, an artist, a CEO.
The difference is how they use those hours.
Sometimes we say, I don't have time.
But often the truth is, I didn't manage my time well.
That's hard to accept.
Yes, but it's also empowering.
Because if you are responsible for your time, you can change it.
Exactly. You cannot control everything in life.
But you can control how long you scroll on your phone.
You can control when you go to sleep.
You can control whether you start that small task today or tomorrow.
And tomorrow is very dangerous.
Tomorrow is the favorite word of people who waste time.
I'll start tomorrow.
I'll try tomorrow.
I'll change tomorrow.
But tomorrow becomes next week.
And next week becomes next year.
I think one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is, I have plenty of time.
That feels true when we are young.
Yes, but time moves faster than we think.
When you look back at the last 5 years, it feels short.
Very short. So here's a simple question for everyone listening.
What are you doing today that your future self will thank you for?
And what are you doing today that your future self might regret?
You don't need to answer out loud.
Just think about it honestly, because not wasting time isn't about being perfect.
It's about being aware.
Aware of how you spend your minutes.
Aware of how you spend your hours.
Aware of how you spend your days.
Aware of how you spend your life.
So, when we say minutes become your life, that sounds dramatic.
A little dramatic, yes.
But it's true. Life is not made of big moments only.
It's made of small daily choices.
Like choosing to wake up and stay in bed for 1 more hour.
Or choosing to wake up and start your day.
I have a question for you, Jake. What is your biggest time waster? Be honest.
Oh no. You're asking me this on our own podcast?
Yes, no escape.
Okay. Scrolling on social media.
How long?
Do I have to say the number?
Yes, this is a safe space.
Sometimes. 1 hour.
That's not too bad.
Per session.
Per session.
Yes, sometimes twice a day.
Thank you for your honesty.
You're welcome. I feel exposed.
Why do you scroll so much?
I think it's easy. After a long day, my brain is tired. Scrolling needs no effort.
That makes sense.
But after 1 hour, I don't feel relaxed. I feel empty.
That's the key. If something doesn't really give you rest, then it's not true rest.
So what's your biggest time waster?
Overthinking.
Oh, that's a quiet one.
Yes, I can sit in silence and waste a lot of time in my own head.
What do you think about?
Conversations from the past, things I said, things I didn't say.
That sounds familiar.
I replay them again and again.
And does it change anything?
No.
So that's wasted time.
Exactly. It feels active, but it's not productive.
That's interesting. Sometimes we think being busy in our mind means we are doing something important.
But thinking and overthinking are different.
How?
Thinking helps you solve a problem. Overthinking keeps you inside the problem.
That's a good sentence.
Thank you. I overthought it.
At least something good came from it.
So how can we stop wasting time like this?
I don't think we can stop completely. We're human.
True.
But we can reduce it.
Let's be practical. If someone listens to us right now and thinks, yes, I waste too much time, what can they do today?
First, notice the pattern.
Meaning?
When do you waste time the most? Morning, afternoon, late at night?
That's smart. For me, it's late at night.
For me, it's after work.
So step 1 is awareness. No judgment, just observation.
Exactly. Don't say, I'm lazy, I'm terrible.
Say, okay, I see what's happening.
Step 2 could be setting a small limit.
Like what?
If you scroll for 2 hours, try 1 hour.
If you watch 4 episodes, try 2.
If you overthink for 30 minutes before sleep, write your thoughts down for 5 minutes instead.
Writing is powerful.
Yes, because when thoughts are on paper, they look smaller.
And more organized.
Another idea is to replace, not just remove.
Explain that.
If you only say, I will stop scrolling, your brain will say, okay, and then what?
That's true. The brain wants something.
So instead of scrolling, maybe listen to a podcast in English.
Good idea.
Or go for a short walk.
Or call a friend.
Or learn something new for 10 minutes.
Replacement feels less painful than removal.
Yes, because you're not losing something, you're choosing something better.
I like that.
There's also something important, energy.
What do you mean?
Sometimes we waste time because we are exhausted.
That's true.
So if you sleep 5 hours every night, of course you will not feel motivated.
So maybe the problem is not time management, maybe it's energy management.
That's deep. I read somewhere that when you protect your energy, you protect your time.
That makes sense. If you have more energy, you use your time better.
Exactly. So simple habits like sleeping enough, drinking water, moving your body.
They help you stop wasting time because you feel clearer.
Let's talk about something else. Comparison.
Oh no.
Yes, we have to.
Social media makes us compare our lives to others.
And when we compare, we often feel behind.
Then we feel bad.
Then we lose motivation.
Then we waste more time.
It's a cycle.
A dangerous cycle.
But here's the truth. Everyone's timeline is different.
Some people succeed at 20.
Some at 40.
Some change careers at 50.
Time is personal.
So wasting time is not about being slower than others.
It's about ignoring your own goals.
That's important. If your dream is to improve your English and you practice a little every day, you are not wasting time.
Even if someone else learns faster.
Yes, your progress is your progress.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe in perfect timing?
Not really.
Why not?
Because if we wait for perfect timing, we wait forever.
That's true. There's always a reason to delay.
I'm too young.
I'm too old.
I don't have enough money.
I'm not ready.
Ready is a myth.
That should be on a t-shirt.
Most successful people started before they felt ready.
They learned while doing.
So maybe the opposite of wasting time is starting before you feel confident.
That's brave.
It's scary.
But it saves years of waiting.
Imagine if you start learning something today.
In 1 year, you'll be much better.
But if you wait 1 year to start,
You'll still be at the beginning.
that difference is huge.
Time will pass anyway.
That sentence always makes me think.
Yes, whether you act or not, time moves.
So the real question is not, will time pass?
The real question is, how will I use it while it passes?
So, how will you use your time while it passes? That's really the central question of today's episode.
Yes, because time keeps moving forward whether we are ready or not.
It doesn't wait for us to feel confident.
It doesn't wait for us to feel motivated.
It just moves, quietly, every day.
And that can sound scary,
A little bit.
but it can also be empowering.
Exactly, because even though we cannot control time, we can control our decisions.
So let's slow down and clearly summarize what we talked about today.
First, resting is not wasting time.
That's very important. Rest is healthy.
Watching one episode of a show and feeling relaxed is fine.
Taking a nap because you're tired is fine.
Spending time with friends and laughing for 2 hours is definitely not wasted time.
Unless you laugh at my jokes, then maybe it is.
Your jokes are improving. Slowly.
I'll take that as progress.
The problem is not rest. The problem is unconscious habits that make us feel empty.
Like scrolling for 2 hours and not even remembering what you watched.
Or worrying about something that already happened 5 years ago.
Or waiting and waiting and waiting for the perfect moment.
That brings us to the second big idea. Fear wastes time.
Yes, fear of failing.
Fear of looking stupid.
Fear of being a beginner.
Sometimes we don't fail because we never even start.
And that feels safer in the short term.
But in the long term, it can create regret.
I think regret is heavier than failure.
I agree. Failure teaches you something.
Regret just stays in your mind and repeats, what if?
And that what if can follow you for years.
So starting imperfectly is better than waiting perfectly.
That's a strong sentence.
I practiced it.
Good job.
The third idea we talked about is small actions.
Yes, small, daily, realistic actions.
Not big dramatic promises.
Not, my life will completely change tomorrow.
Because usually it doesn't.
Real change is quiet.
It happens in small decisions.
Like choosing to study English for 10 minutes instead of watching random videos.
Like choosing to read before bed instead of scrolling.
like choosing to send one email you've been avoiding.
These actions look small,
But over time, they build confidence
and confidence changes how you see yourself.
and how you see your future.
I think many people believe they need more motivation.
But maybe they need more clarity.
What do you mean?
If you know why something matters to you, you waste less time.
Ah, purpose.
Yes, if improving your English helps you get a better job, travel, or connect with people, then those 10 minutes feel meaningful.
But if you don't have a clear reason, it's easy to choose comfort instead.
So maybe another question for our listeners is, why does your goal matter to you?
Not to your parents,
Not to your friends,
not to social media.
to you.
When your reason is personal, your time becomes more focused.
And focused time feels powerful.
There's something else important.
What's that?
Forgiveness.
That's interesting.
If you made mistakes in the past, forgive yourself.
If you wasted time before, forgive yourself.
Because staying angry at yourself is also wasting time.
That's true.
Guilt can freeze you.
But forgiveness helps you move forward.
And moving forward, even slowly, is better than staying stuck.
Let's say someone listening feels behind in life.
Many people feel that way.
They see others succeeding and think, I'm too late.
But life is not a race with one finish line
Everyone has a different starting point.
and a different speed.
The only real comparison that matters is between you today and you yesterday.
Are you learning something?
Are you trying?
Are you becoming a little bit stronger?
If the answer is yes, then you are not wasting your time.
Even if progress feels slow.
Slow progress is still progress.
I like that.
Me too.
So here's a gentle challenge for everyone listening.
We promise it's gentle.
Yes, no stress.
After this episode, choose one small action.
Just one.
Something simple but meaningful.
Something your future self will thank you for.
Maybe it's organizing your desk for 5 minutes.
Maybe it's reviewing 5 new English words.
Maybe it's going to bed earlier tonight.
Or finally starting that idea you keep talking about.
Don't wait for Monday
Or next month.
or next year.
Start small. Start today.
And we really want to hear from you.
Yes, tell us in the comments.
What is one habit that wastes your time?
And what is one small change you will make this week?
When you write it down publicly, it becomes more real.
And your comment might inspire someone else in this community.
That's something beautiful about learning together.
We grow together.
Before we say goodbye, remember this: your time is limited.
But that's not a sad thing.
It's what makes it precious.
If time were unlimited, it wouldn't be special.
So treat your time like something valuable.
Because it is.
And treat yourself like someone valuable too.
Because you are.
You don't need to be perfect.
You don't need to move fast.
You just need to be intentional.
Step by step.
Minute by minute.
Day by day.
Thank you for spending your time with us today.
We truly appreciate that you chose to listen and improve your English with Chill English Channel.
If this episode helped you, don't forget to like it.
Share it with a friend who might need a little motivation.
And subscribe so you don't miss our future conversations.
Keep learning.
Keep growing.
And don't waste your time.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.